Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Dead Man. The world, as you know, is in awful shape. And it's all because of the DeathStranding. The dead started to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We called... But that was only the beginning. Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. Those who survived these changes came to fear both Timefall and BTs alike. They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their... The DeathStranding was hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded However, Bridget died before she could realize this ambition. It was you, Sam, who took up her cause and resolved to see it through. Sam, the humble porter, who Of course, you had struggles of your own, often phasmophobia, or the fear of being touched. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America. We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we could to support your efforts. There was our director, Di Hardman. And of course, Sam, the incomparable Dead Man, yours truly. We became the best of friends. As you may recall, I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course of my life, was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. We're twin sisters, as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid. Hartman. Every 21 minutes his soul departs his physical form. Fragile. Leader of the private delivery outfit, Fragile Express. Exposure to Timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to... As your friends, we would stop at nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the continent was something... Without a doubt, your greatest enemy was Higgs, convinced that humanity deserved to... The chiral network was finally completed. The bridge to the future was built, but your ordeal was not yet over. You had to learn the real... America rose from the ashes as the UCA, and as the people celebrated your accomplishments, you carried out one final mission in secret. To save your BB, to save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was their prison and began a new life together. And so it was that the two of you vanished without so much as a trace.
I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts, they come to deliver something priceless. A glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world. And I know they'll be back again, today.
-61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the great system's turned into traps and the fear is switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? -61. Now the water level rises high in my cold paradise, where men sit in circles and talk numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong? -61. Now the wind cuts the leaves like a knife and the sun's out of sight. I see the world I built lose at the trial, what is left and what is right. I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending and playing blind. What is it I'm trying to find?
Okay, time to head home. not like the look of that. Let's head home before it gets dark. Feel that. Damn shaky. Okay, you're all right. Let's go home and get you fed. move. There, we made it.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy's feet are moving for his death, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head.
Hey, not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
And I said I didn't like the way he got things done.
Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms.
Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one
Come on, open up.
I know, the blues they sing
There you go.
to me. It won't be
Who's there? Who are you? Fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
Because I'm free.
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use Carol printers now, too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
You care for a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lou?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid the DeathStranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass for 1000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the Carol network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the Carol network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say? Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily.
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
That was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT.
Guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
Sam, it's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the DeathStranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out? Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh. What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting. Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring? Huh.
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like. Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here, Now then, let's review the mission that Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect. Cairo Communication utilizes the beach. Using the Cupid in conjunction with the delivery terminal will allow us to initiate but because of the distance, you'll need to use the way stations to extend it. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious. With every additional corpse that spawns C1 in particular, but once they're online, we can give them the technology. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening? You can access useful information to review the cargo. This is the cargo you'll need to deliver. It's an excellent app. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried. All these weapons. Be sure to wait. Return to the menu when everything looks. Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your Return to the map. See your destination? There's a river There are bandits in the area. Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
When you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along the way. You can face these challenges head-on, or try to find a way around them. How you get to your destination is up.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Latest model Cupid. Just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The Chiral network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Emily's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow. Hungry?
No.
No more baby food for you.
Let you get fragile any trouble, I'm gone. Don't you break my kid.
Now who wants to eat?
Done. Been a while since I held a gun. close one. We're in enemy territory now.
Delivery route final.
ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests. Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come. You're here to bring us... Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to... That'll be one... Anyway, Well, that's not half bad at all. Much obliged. We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for... It's just like everyone says. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The Cairo gateway you brought, and...
Cairo network coverage successfully. Now displaying your current porter grade. Porter grade increased.
Cairo network connection confirmed. And now we can be... Until we should... You must... There are please. Well, our corpse is... But there's nothing we can do to... Fear of BTs and damage. And let's not forget about the But so long as we remain connected to the network, you brought us more than a... As I mentioned before, unfortunately, we took it in trying to prevent the... And with the constant time, all these problems have contributed to... But thanks to the Cairo... I'll get started by the time... I hope...
Welcome, Sam. Please relax and enjoy your stay.
Lou.
Are you alright? If you're worried about Lou, don't be. I'll admit, this stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Works same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
Yeah.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels. No irregularities detected at this time. A new feature has been made available for use.
target facility. New order available. Please review and confirm.
Good morning, sir. We're already making Once again, I've got... If you access the delivery terminal, we have some material. Now, we don't have them, but as you link up more facilities to it, we should be able to share all. I heard that you're planning to... So go ahead. I'll explain the finer details of...
Please select an item to fabricate.